Hello and welcome to BonBonB Plays Civilization 6. I'm BonBonB, you're very welcome. Right, heads up, I have quite a few hundred hours in Civilization 6 in the Rise and Fall, but I've only just acquired Gathering Storm. Basically, I refuse to pay £30 for an expansion. I mean, that's what you pay for a AAA game, isn't it? So anyway, as an expansion, I was able to pick it up on a deal, and I was quite happy with the price I paid. And I'm quite happy with what I've seen so far. I've got a few dozen hours in the game on Gathering Storm, but I haven't played anywhere near the mid-game, let alone the late game, so this is going to be a learning curve for me. Right, if you're new to Civilization 6, don't worry, I'll try and talk you through it at pace. I'm not going to go into great detail, but try and explain what I'm doing as I'm going along and give a quick nod to some of the basic mechanics. But again, like I say, I'll be learning it as I go too. I do realise there are quite a few new civilizations in this expansion, so hopefully the game will automatically give me one of those to play with. That'll be a bit of fun, but I am going to let it be completely random. So let's start off resume games. I've got a couple of save games on the go, but like I say, early days. Let's have a go at creating a new one from scratch. Now, we'll play the expansion, Gathering Storm. I'm going to take whatever random leader gets thrown at me, that's fine. I normally play on king level. If you're here for deity level play, I'm sorry you'll be disappointed. I'm okay at the game, but perhaps a bit more than okay at the game, given that Prince is the standard level, but I tend to beat Prince. At king level, I'm thereabouts. There we go. Game speed will play on standard. I normally personally will play on epic, which is 50% slower, but in terms of this being a YouTube Let's Play, standard speed for standard speed, you know. Preferred map type for me is actually, I really like the small continents because they're still a good size, but it does encourage shipping as well. Whereas the large continents, you tend to be very much land-based. So I like that. I like the mix of sea and land-based exploration. Map size. Small, it's me and 6 or 5 other AIs. I'll play on standard, I think. Why not? Let's play on standard size. 7 other AI, me, and a whole bunch of city-states. And disaster intensity. Well, it says setting it to 3 or 4, it gets a bit hectic. So I think setting of 2 is reasonable. We'll go with that. And whichever random leader it gives me. Let's have a go. At some point, Sean Bean will start talking over me. At what point, I will shut up. Right, so let's see what we get given, shall we? Yeah, Sean Bean does the voiceovers for this, which is...
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. All Spain stands ready to answer your prayers, devout King Philip. From your palace at El Escorial, you can send forth your followers. Missionaries, apostles, and conquistadors, ready to strike out across the seas to spread the good word about your most holy empire. May the treasures they uncover fuel your quest to unite the world under one faith and one empire, making you truly the most Catholic king.
Right, thank you very much for that, Mr. Bean. Right, what have we got in terms of features and abilities? Well, we have got Inquisitors, can remove heresy 1 extra time. Heresy? Is this a new mechanic in the game I'm unaware of? And then we've got Inquisitors, Inquisitors eliminate 100% of the presence of other religions. It was normally 75%, I think. 75%? Can't say I've done the religious game too deeply. Combat units have a bonus of 4 against players following other religions. Well, that's nice. That's nice. So if we concentrate on having a religion in our own continent or our own civilization and not push it out, we can have a bonus against oppositions. And then the fleet may form fleets and armadas earlier than usual. The mercantilism. The trade routes between multiple continents receive bonus gold for routes to other civilizations. Okay. And bonus food and production for routes between your own cities. 2 loyalty per turn for cities with a mission improvement adjacent to the city centre and not on your original continent. Okay, so what we're kind of like being encouraged to do here is to expand. Yes, because Spain, they were well known for a bit of expansion, a bit like the English. And fleets and armadas, that's a good one. It's going to give us a mighty navy quite early on. Looking forward to that. Conquistador, we'll find out about that in a moment, as we will about missions. Let's begin the game. And we'll skip all of those. Thank you very much. Right, so where are we? Near the north of the map, right within... well, you can actually see the top of the map there, so we'll be expanding south. A little bit annoyed that the settler is on the right of the warrior, given that the warrior looks like he's going to be running down a dead end here. So we're not really going to be finding too much down this way. He's going to have to go explore this direction. As for the settler, well, I've got to say I'm not very excited by this location. Should be good for growth. Got a lot of food, well, basic foods tiles here, which we can upgrade to using farming. But this guy is honestly, well, let's move him across to here. See if we can see anything a bit further down this way, shall we? Yeah, we're not seeing much there. Okay, I'm thinking we will settle in place because I don't see any reason to move. Given that, we weren't certainly not going to go north. And down here, I don't know. It looks like a dead end. Let's settle in place with a Eureka for sailing. Now, if you're new to Civilization, let me quickly show you the research tree, the tech tree. Now, each tech, other than the base techs at the beginning, sorry, just croaking here. I'm back. So yes, each tech has a way of boosting it. So here for sailing, if you found a city on the coast, you fill up the bar to 40%. And so you'll actually research it much quicker when you get onto it. And every single one, like here, archery, will look for that quite early on. Kill a unit with a slinger. And given that archers are much better than slingers, it'd be nice to get onto archers ASAP for defense purposes. And so yes, we'll look to build a slinger and kill a unit with him rather than with our warrior, and so on. Right, so let's have a look where we are here. Choosing research time. Here are the 5 things that we can go for right off the bat. Now, these tiles, tobacco, are going to require irrigation. Irrigation is on the back onto the tech tree. On tech trees directly down from pottery. So we're going to need to research pottery before we can research irrigation. And so that would seem like a sensible thing to go for. What else is there? We've got sailing, we've got the boost for already. And I'm very tempted, but we're going to want to expand a bit first. And for archery, that is on the tech tree down from animal husbandry. But I think at this point, pottery is the obvious shout, because we are going to be using that to find irrigation. Also, once we've researched pottery, we'll be able to build a granary, which will give us more food and housing. And the opportunity to build the Great Bath, assuming we've got a floodplains tile to build on, which it doesn't look like we do. And yes, we also get harvesting if we want to harvest and clear tiles of the wheat and the rice. Meanwhile, down here we've got the Civics. The Civics is a different civic tree. And this is non-science discoveries, things like learning how to trade and how to organise your workforce, and about mysticism and drama and poetry, and all these sort of things that aren't science related. Now that is driven by culture, and culture is a base score within the game. At the moment we're producing 1.3 per turn, and that's basically from our palace in our city is producing that. And then we can build things that speed that up a lot faster. And one of the first things we will be building will be a monument. And the monument will increase the culture in our city. Plus, more culture out of the city will mean that the city will actually expand its borders a bit more as well. Now, looking at this on the screen here, you'll see that we've got a number 1. That's the population. And the 14 above it is how many turns until it expands to 2 population. Those population are the people that are working these tiles. So currently, if we click on Madrid and click on their head, you can see that our citizen is working. We've got 1 in the city. City automatically works the tile that it's on. And then our population is currently working this tile here, which has given us an extra 1 food and 2 production out of that tile. If we can upgrade one of these 2 using irrigation, then we'll be able to push a bit more production out of these. Anyway, you get the gist. You get the gist. So anyway, choosing a production. Now, I said monument, but first of all, we want that slinger. Not only do we going to be hopefully killing something with it, it would be very nice to actually have a second unit wandering about and exploring the landscape. Okay, next turn, because we are done. Right, warrior can come off this direction, and we have found Brussels. Sorry, my asthma seems to be biting in today. One thing I do like about this expansion, though, is all the rivers and the seas get given names by the first civilization to find them. It happens automatically. So here we've got the Ebro River, which I'm guessing it has Spanish roots. If not in Spain, maybe Central America. I don't know. I don't know where it is, but it'll be a Spanish-based name. And around here, probably be something like I'm trying to think. I was going to say Bay of Biscay is France, isn't it? Well, ignore me, but there'll be some Spanish names for seas and things around here. Next turn, because there's nothing more we can do right now. But we have found Brussels. Brussels has given us a 1 envoy into Brussels, which means our 1 envoy in Brussels is getting us an extra 2 production when producing wonders, buildings and districts. Which means when we start building our monument, we'll get an extra 2 production in the... So that's tempting to switch straight to monument, but no, we want that slinger. Let's get that slinger out of the way. If we can get up to 3, then we'll get an extra 2 production for every city that's got a workshop. Yeah, when building wonders, buildings and districts. And 6, when we get to factories. Of course, we're 3960 BC at the moment, so a turn 2. We're a long way from workshops and factories. But right now, at least we have 1 with there. Now, if we do get to have a 3, and more than anybody else, we get to be the suzerain. And the suzerain bonus for Brussels is 15% production towards wonders. I'm not saying that's the most exciting of suzerain bonuses, but it's a bonus. And they are our neighbour. So maybe we'll let them live. Right, okay, next turn. 6 turns away from getting a slinger. Now 5 turns away from getting a slinger. 8 turns away from pottery. And 1 turn away from our turn ending. Nothing more we can do right now. Turns are going to skip pretty quickly because we've only got 1 unit that's moving about. Let's move you up there. Not very much to see. This is not a very exciting start to the game. But you never know. Oh, don't worry about this guy. He's not going to attack us. He's not at war with us. City-states only go to war with you if they become allied with an enemy that you were at war with. And we found coast. Oh my goodness, is this going to be a really crappy start location? I do hope not. Right, you're coming up here. This looks like a dead end. Holy crap, we're going to need shipping earlier than I thought. Right, well, we'll explore what we can find. What we have access to. Alright, we found the barbarian. Now, that barbarian came from up there, so we know there's a barbarian encampment probably in this area. The slinger has now arrived, so what we're going to do, and we're going to give him a hit with that. And he's down to almost dead already. Don't kill him. Now, please do not kill him. We want him to kill him. Choose production. Okay, well, let's build a monument. We can get it really quick. No point building a scout or anything, because I've got a feeling, unless it's a land bridge to a continent, which it might well be, I really hope... Do you know what? Our game might actually hang on this actually being a link to something big. A bit worried about this. This could be This could be a dreadful start for us. Let's hunt you down. He'll be able to outrun us because he's a scout. He's better over rough ground. But I was saying, if we can pin him down in the corner, we'll have him. Ah, there you go. Thanks to Brussels herding him away, we'll get our bonus now, our boost. There we go. So we'll get our... Well, that was a quick boost towards archery. We'll just come down and have a little look out to sea. Can't see any coast around here. We'll head back inland.
I thought clay must feel happy in the good potter's hand.
Thank you very much, Janet Fitch. Great, great. You're wrong. Why would clay feel happy? I'm going to send you off across the land bridge. I know that there's a barbarian encampment up here. There's no rush to clear it. We will clear it, but there's no rush to clear it. Let's get sailing. I think we are desperately going to need that. Right, so what we'll do is we're going to send the warrior back up to the north. We'll send him north to clear the barbarian encampment. It looks like the Brussels will be ahead of us, though. Right. Ah, hello. Now, this is good news. There's more land over here. I was very worried about that. Very worried. Right, so we have a city here which has a... this is a production-based city. This one here is a culture-based city. Antananarivo. That's what that is. And yes, it's right there. We got a suzerain, a envoy bonus for being the first to meet him, which is nice. Means that we won't meet anybody for a little while, which is good. And what we'll do is we'll just carry on. Our bonus there will be an extra 2 culture in here, which means Madrid should hopefully expand a little bit faster. Hopefully.
At his best, man is the noblest of all animals.
Finally,
separated from law and justice, he is the worst.
Sorry, Sean. I spoke over you. Aristotle has some words to speak. But basically what we need to know is we now have code of laws, which means we now have government. Chiefdom is basically what we have. It's not a very good government, but it's a government. And what it will give us 2 policy slots. We have here 2 options for military and 2 options for economic. We'll look at those in just a moment. But yes, these cards, whenever we get these, will give us new policies that we can slot in and out at any time that we like. Although we have to do it for free, you can only do it when you actually get new ones. Anyways, let's move you out here for a bit of a look this way. There's a lot of tobacco going on around here. 2 turns to the monument is completed, and it's going okay, I feel. Where's my warrior? Warrior, I would like you up here, please, if you don't mind. That would help. Right, civics. What do we want next? Well, we've got a choice between one that's going to give us cards for building production, building builders, or military quicker, or the option to go for a trade routes. Trade routes will bring us in a bit of cash. I think we're going to go. I don't normally go foreign trade first, but I'm gonna go for it. Be nice to have a trader, I feel. Fill the policy slots. Now here we go. So there are 4 policies you can have: military, economic, diplomatic, and wild card. And until we can get to our next level of government, we've just got these 2 slots, and they're rubbish. We'll take the bonus fighting against barbarians because we've seen a few of those. And I'm going to go for this, the God King, because we've got 1 city, right? We've got 1 city. And so this 1 city will producing 1 faith and 1 gold in the city. So that's 2 things in 1 city. If we go urban planning, we'll get 1 production, which would be good. That'll help produce things a lot faster. But 1 production in 1 city is 1 thing. So that's 2 things against 1 thing. Now, if we had 3 cities, that would be 2 things in the capital against 1 thing in 3 cities, which is 3 things, which then I feel urban planning becomes a more of a relevant thing. Meanwhile, the faith in the capital will be good for helping us get to our pantheon and getting a religion. And given that we seem to be a religious sort of nation, we would definitely want a religion. Let's set that policy in place. Lovely. Okay, next turn then. Moving along. Right, let's have a little look down the coast, see if we can find anything. Like a barbarian encampment. There are barbs everywhere. But we're getting a 5 bonus now. We're getting a 5 bonus. And he's pinned in by this guy who seems to be attacking him. I'm quite happy with this. I feel we'll be able to clear out that encampment pretty quick. Alright, so he's taken out that scout. Okay. And the spearman's come to attack us. That's not so friendly. Spearman is much stronger than our slinger. But we can really weaken him up now with a big hit. And we got a promotion. Now what this is about, every time you kill something or do something useful with a unit, you get experience points for that unit. And it fills up along this little bar along the bottom, which is just completely white now. So we scored 15 out of 15, which means we get a promotion. When you get a promotion, your unit will get a boost, a buff, and, well, basically that'll be really useful for that unit, but also it gets a 50%, or is it 50 points increase in health. So when we take that promotion, we will have a full strength slinger again, which would be nice. Choosing production in Madrid. Now, what do we want? What is the Great Bath? This is new. The floodplains tile along the river containing the Great Bath are now immune to flood damage. Although food and production bonuses from flooding drop by 50%, floodplains tiles belong to the city gain 1 faith for each time the flood damage is mitigated. Must be built on the floodplain. Well, we don't have a river, so we can't. Otherwise, it's down to as an option. I can click on there. There's no way. Oh, hey, there is one here. Okay, okay. That's kind of useful, sort of. I'm not that excited by it though. Okay, let's have a think. I'm thinking at this point, possibly now. This depends how big this area is. I'm tempted to go for the scout, but I'm gonna go granary, and then I'm possibly gonna go settler immediately afterwards. Yeah, we'll do that. Get a bit of extra food in here. And yeah, we'll do that. We're 5 turns away from sailing. Yeah, okay, I can live with that. Right, our slinger has got a promotion coming to him. I think what we'll do is we'll take that now. And we'll take the... got a choice between range strength against land units or plus 10 combat strength when occupying an improvement that provides defense strength or a district. Which is great for if you leave him in the capital to defend it, but... he's out and about. We'll take the bonus against land unit. And next turn. Right, now you're going to come up here and take a shot at him. And we'll be able to walk into that encampment for free. Nice. Oh, now we have here tribal villages. You'll find these dotted around. These are like joker cards. And if you walk into one of these, you get a free bonus of some description. Could be absolutely anything from like a free scout or trader, right the way through to a science boost on something. There are loads of things, or just cash or faith, or loads of things it could be. Right, okay, let's have a look at next turn. We're wondering if we're going to meet anybody on this continent. Let's have a little look. First of all, let's go up and have a look here, and no, there's the barbarian encampment around here somewhere, but I'm going to take the free bonus. It was 40 gold. Gotta say, I'm not very excited by that, but it's still something. Got more for clearing the encampment, 45 gold. And we got a boost for military tradition as we have cleared out the Barbarian Outpost. Okay, and next, what we've got going on here. So yes, we've got era scores. I forgot to mention era scores. 2 era scores for doing those jobs. Yeah, we can clear that and that. And the civic boost we've got. Era score up here. Now there are a number of eras, and during each era the turns tick away, and this is based on other civilizations and you, and how well your science is progressing. So we are a minimum of 22 turns, a maximum of 42 turns away from the next era. Now, to get a Dark Age, which we don't particularly want, under 10 points. Well, we're on 3, which isn't many. So we need another 8 points actually to get into a normal age. And then if you get to 25 points, you go into a golden age. And these give you a bonus for the entire age. But we won't worry about that too much now. We can't do much about it at this point. And next turn. Right, that's a notification about a new Barbarian Outpost somewhere. Where is it? Down here by Brussels. Well, I think Brussels might deal with that themselves. Meanwhile, we are looking for that Barbarian encampment. We've got a bit of unexplored land here. I've got a feeling the encampment's up this way. But as we're over here, and I don't think there's too much to explore over here, let's go and have a little look, see what's around the corner first of all. And we found another tribal village right there. Other civilizations will be clearing these out as well. City-states don't. So we don't need to worry about him. He won't take that. Even if he runs onto it, he won't take it. Right, a couple more turns and we might call it a day today, I think.
Vessels large may venture more, but little boats should keep near shore.
Thank you very much, Benjamin Franklin, for that bit of information, bit of knowledge. I'm going to move you up here. Yeah, that seems to be the end of that area. Even, not era. Dear oh dear. Right, we've got desert going on here. Definitely going to come out and explore over this way at some point. And again, we've got the Guadiana River. It sounds very Spanish to me. What's this? The Tagus River. Don't know the Tagus River. Maybe that's Spanish too. Not very up on my Spanish, to be honest with you. But as if it doesn't show. Right, okay. Mining, animal husbandry. Well, we're going to want... Well, we want archery and it's boosted. So let's get animal husbandry done. And we're going to be definitely expanding and exploring down this way for a while, I feel.
Every nation lives by exchanging.
Thank you very much, Adam Smith. I've heard of him. Right, so we could come down this way just to see how much sea there is, but I want to... Mind you, we are we're right on top of this thing. Let's go and clear out this encampment. Let's go and do that job. And you can clear out that. And the free population. That's great. We're up to 3 now. Let's have a look where you guys are working. We can choose where these guys work by selecting the tiles ourselves. But they tend to go where the most productive tiles are. But if we wanted to concentrate on, argument's sake, faith, and these are the faith tiles, we could take him out of here and move him over here, and then that would give us an extra faith per turn. But what we would be losing is we'd be losing 1 food and 1 production, because they're 2 tiles and they're 1 tiles. So obviously at this point I think growth and production is more important. Faith will be something that would take as a bonus as it comes along. Speaking of faith, what we got, look at our religion. We need to accumulate 25 faith to found a pantheon. And we are currently on 18, getting 2 per turn. So we're what? 6? No. 25 minus 19 is 6. So basically we're 4 turns away from having a pantheon, which would be nice. But for now, I think we are about done. Let's choose Civic. Let's do the Civic. Let's get the Civic out of the way. I think at this point we'll grab craftsmanship because we will be wanting builders. We'll do that one. Right, that's in place now. Right, so that's it for today. When you come back next time, we will clear out this barbarian encampment with the warrior. We'll keep exploring south with the poor old slinger who's really too weak to be out here on his own. I know people are saying that, but yep, he shouldn't be out here on his own. But he is. We're exploring. I want to know where we're going to be building next. And then what we'll do is we'll do some expansion. We'll probably get a settler out next time. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing, for joining me for Civilization 6. Don't forget, there's lots of more other stuff on this channel as well. And I do have a main channel where I do all things City Skylines. So go and join the 10,000 plus other subscribers over there. Why not? I've been BonBonB, you've been very, very welcome, and I will see you very, very soon.